Hello everyone, welcome back to mathematics class. For today, we are going to continue our lesson. And our topic for today is about adding and subtracting like terms, and then about multiply and divide terms. So today's learning objectives are I can add and subtract like terms, and the second one is I can multiply and divide terms. As we know before, how to add and subtract expressions. Before we learn about adding and subtracting expressions, there are some useful terminology to help you to add and subtract. The first one, about algebraic expressions are made up of one or more terms joined together by plus or minus sign. For example, here we have 7m minus 3n plus 2 are three terms. Why? Because every term cannot be simplified into the simplest term. So 7m minus 3n cannot be simplified. So 7m is the first term, minus 3n is the second term, and the number 2 is the third term. And the next example is p squared plus 3p. So p squared is the first term, 3p is the second term. P squared is not the same with p. P squared means p times p, so it's a different term, so we cannot simplify it. And the next example has four terms. The number multiplying a term is called its coefficient. The number before the term or before the small case letter is called the coefficient. So the coefficient for the first example here is 7. So 7 is the coefficient of the m. Minus 3 is the coefficient of n. And 2 is a constant. Constant number is a number without the term or without the expressions. And then for example, we have here a term with no variable is called a constant term, as I said before. For example, 8x minus 9, the constant term is minus 9. And don't forget to take out the sign, yeah. So it means 8x plus negative 9. So the constant term is a negative 9. 52 minus 3n. Which one is the constant term? The constant term is 52. The constant term is not usually, it's not always in the end of the algebra. So it can be in the beginning, the center, or in the end. Next, how about this? In here, we have like terms. Like terms in algebra are letters, variables, or groups of letters that are identical except for the number in front. So like terms is the same term, identical except for the number in front of the term, or the number in front of the term is called the coefficient. So 5a, negative 2a, 7a are all like terms. So a here, a here, a here are the like terms. So the terms are the same, are like terms. Sorry, it's not the same, like terms. So we can simplify it. 5a means 5 times a. Negative 2a is negative 2 times a. So the a or the variables are the same. So they are like terms. So we can simplify the like terms. Negative 3ab, 6ab over 5, 2ba are like terms. BA, don't forget, BA is same with AB, but we should write AB rather than BA. Here, next we have 8k2, 8k squared, 3kk, and k square are like terms. K square, kk are the same. Kk means k times k, or we can simplify it into k squared. So about unlike terms, unlike terms are different variables or groups of variables. For example, here 7a and 3b are unlike terms because we have a as the variable and b as a variable. A and b are different, so we cannot simplify the unlike terms. Next, how to add and subtract like terms. When adding and subtracting algebraic terms, you can only collect like terms. So we can only collect or simplify the like terms. How about the other? We can let them as they are. So if we have 5k plus 3 plus 2k, what do you think about this? Which term are we going to collect or are we going to simplify first? Yes, good. So we are going to simplify here. 5k here and 2k here are the like terms. So we can add up they together. So we have 5k plus 2k equals to 7k. Remember, if you have 5 keys plus 2 keys, so you will have 7 keys, right? So it's it's kind of like that. So how about 3? Because this is the 3 are the constant. So the constant are different with 5k and 2k. They are unlike terms. So we let them or we let him as they are. Okay. So we put just plus 3 at the end of the equation. About adding and subtracting like terms, do you understand? Okay, next. I will give you one more example here. For example, I have 2p plus 5k minus 5p. How about this? The first thing you have to do is to find the like terms. Which one is the like terms? 2p and minus 5p. So we can add they up. So 2p minus 5p. We have 2 pence and subtract 5 pence. So we are going to have minus 3p. How about the k? The k is the unlike terms with the p. So we have plus 5k, let them. Because k comes before the p in the alphabetic order, so we can write as 5k minus 3p, like that. I think you will understand about the addition and subtraction of the terms, the like terms. Now we are going to have multiplying and dividing terms. In algebra, variables or letters represent numbers, so they follow the same rules as numbers. The rules for multiplying or dividing terms are: the first one, so multiply or divide numbers as usual. So the first thing you have to do is multiply and divide the numbers first. Yeah. The second one, use powers when needed. If we have 2 times 2, we can make it as 4, or we can make it as 2 to the power of 2. So the third one, leave out multiplication sign. So in the algebra, multiplication sign, we don't need to write the multiplication sign. So we can write as AB to write A times B. For the last rule is use subtraction to show division. So rather than we write as 0.5p, so it will be better if we write a half p. Yeah. So if we have here, for example, 0.5p, it will be better if we can write as a half p. It will be better. So in the algebra, we use fractions rather than decimals. Next, we're going to have here the example 5a times 3b. Now, for the first rule, I have given to you, the first thing we have to do is to multiply the numbers first. So the numbers or the variables in the 5a times 3b are 5 and 3. So we multiply the numbers first. So we have 5 times 3 here. So we can multiply it first. So we have here 15. And then for the next one, we have a times b. How to multiply a times b? AB, let them as AB. Don't forget to don't write the multiplication sign. So we have 15AB. It means 15 times A times B. The fraction lines means divide. So if we have 20n over 4 means the 20 here divided by 4. So 20 divided by 4 means 5. So we have 20 divided by 4 is 5. So how about n? So let the n be n. Okay, so we have 5n here. Now, the next one, this is the last topic for today, is about powers. Use a power to show repeated multiplication of variables. For example, we have to simplify 4ab times 7a. So the first thing we have to do is to multiply the numbers first. So we multiply 4 times 7. 4 times 7 means 28. So here, okay, I'll do the multiplication here. Next, the next one, how about this one? AB times A. We can multiply A times A first. So we have A squared. How about B? Let them as B. In the multiplication, we write all the coefficient and variables. We write them all. So if we have A times A, it will be A squared. How about B? B means B times 1. So it will be B itself. I have another questions or example. If we have 5AB times 10C, AC, for example. The first thing we have to do is multiply the number first. So we have 50 here. And then AB times AC. A times A, it will be A squared. How about B and C? Let them be C. So we have 50 A squared BC. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget to do the assignment on the LMS. Thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.